Consider these 3 things about your relationships if you want to find someone special. They can stop people from making mistakes. Please find out the 3 worst things Christians do when they're dating. Number 1, how you like things. People often settle for less than their dream partner because they want to make them look like the person they want them to be instead of loving who they are. Even if you want a godly partner, physical attractiveness can sometimes make following God's lessons less important. In the same way, someone who is committed to abstinence before marriage may change their mind when they meet a beautiful person who doesn't follow those rules. It's important to realize that no relationship is perfect, and there will be highs and lows. Still, we sometimes accept the bad things too much and let them take precedence over the good ones. Dating comes before marriage, which emphasizes that what you see in a relationship is a good indicator of what you'll see in marriage. Relationships show what people are really like. Knowing this principle makes us more likely to value being real over trying to be perfect, which leads to healthier relationships based on real acceptance instead of unrealistic standards. The problems you get used to dealing with in a love relationship will likely reappear in your marriage. It's important to avoid marrying someone based on what they could be. Instead, it would help if you looked at what they are now. On the other hand, getting a used car sold as is a lot like dating. You accept it as it is, which means you are fully responsible and aware of any flaws, obvious or not. In the same way, when we're dating, we might see someone for who they are, but our hopes for what we want them to be can make us miss that. It's important to consider whether we can see ourselves committing to this person for life, just as they are. Self-reflection helps us accept our partner as they are instead of how we wish they were. This builds a basis for real understanding and connection in relationships. Number 2, your time. We often don't put in the work needed to understand someone. People often say, "What you see is what you get," but that's not always true. Sometimes the people we thought we knew are very different, and not in a good way. At the beginning of a relationship, we try to show how special and worthy we are by impressing each other. Spending more time getting to know someone and asking God for help are both very important. Over time, this investment shows who they are. However, praying for understanding and ignoring what you receive doesn't help. In the same way, you can't just show up at the airport minutes before your flight. You have to put in time to understand someone. Prayer and patience are important for getting to know someone better and making relationships more educated and thoughtful. In relationships, too, there needs to be a careful check, just like at the airport, before you get on a plane. Just like they check your ID, look at your bags, and do a full body check to make sure you are who you say you are, you should do the same in a relationship. The airport has rules because they know what could go wrong if they don't check that everyone is who they say they are. In the same way, you need to make sure your partner is real and knows what they bring to the partnership. As a step toward marriage, dating allows you to get to know the other person. You can end the relationship before marriage if you find contradictions between what they say and do. This is because marriage won't suddenly fix problems at their roots. Just like airports put safety first by doing thorough checks, relationships must be carefully examined to ensure they are safe and rewarding. Number 3, your reality. When we're dating, we often lie to ourselves about what we want and make long lists of things we want. Having standards is fine, but before judging others, ensure you have the traits you want to see in others. Seek, am I the person I want to attract? If you want a good partner, consider how godly you are. If you expect to contribute, think about what you can offer. In marriage, neither person gives half of what they have. Each person gives their all. Don't expect something from others that you're not ready to give, and don't make others happy. Take some time to make sure you're becoming the right person for them, yourself, and most of all for God, while figuring out if you're with the right person. Finding a balance between expectations and personal growth is important for healthy relationships where both people give their all, building a base on mutual respect and shared ideals.